Howie Greenfield knocked on my door, October the 11th, 1952. I was 13 and he was 16. He was a young poet. And he said, "You want to write a song?" I said, "I wouldn't have the foggiest notion how to write a song. I'm going to be a concert pianist." And he convinced me that day, and we wrote a song a day for the next 52 weeks. It's a Neil Sedaka sound, not bubblegum. I think the songs were a little more sophisticated. Every day of the year.
The cornerstone of pop music, Alden Music, which was Al Nevins and Don Kirshner's company, was situated at 1650 Broadway. And there, Howie Greenfield and Neil Sedaka, Carole King and Jerry Goffin, Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil, people that were writing all the top 10 songs, were in that building, in those cubicles at Alden Music. This was the most exciting place to be because this was where it was all happening in the late 50s and early 60s.
Songwriters, for the most part, were given an assignment. Go into your garret and write a hit. Crank it out. Write it for this man or this woman or this group. It was a manufacturing process, and some of the best lyrics and some of the most reflective lyrics came out of that period.
I remember the first time I walked into, supposedly called the Brill Building. It was 1650 Broadway. Al Nevins and Don Kirshner had just opened the office, and when we knocked at the door, they said, "I'm sorry, we're in conference, come back an hour later." I think the conference was about how they were going to pay their rent. And there was little cubicles. We all had pianos. We were all in competition with each other. And you could actually hear in the next room some of the sounds coming through. So all of the songs started to sound alike. "Will You Love Me Tomorrow" sounded a little like "Locomotion," sounded a little like "Happy Birthday, Sweet 16." And at the end of the day, we would all go into Al's piano. He had a red piano. And we would play the songs that we finished that day. And we were in competition with each other. Whoever had the best song would get a Righteous Brothers record.
Kirshner, we went up to the Brill Building, and it was like, this was, again, a couple of guys from Orange County. I mean, we're dumb and stupid and young, and we want to have a beer once in a while. I mean, but that was an interesting deal to go into that building, and these were cubby holes. I mean, all those little cubby holes back with Neil Sedaka and Carole King and Barry and Cynthia, and we shook hands with a few of them, met them a few times, and it was like, how are they doing this? Because they're just writing hit after hit after hit.
But you have to understand, before it was released, we didn't think there was a chance in hell that that was going to be a hit record. It was way too long. It was like a four-minute record. Even
the producer, Jack Good, wouldn't allow us to do it. He thought it was too slow for...
He didn't think it was a hit either.
He didn't think... He finally let us do it when it reached number 4 in the nation. He finally, remember that? He finally let us...
Says, "Yeah, guys, I think it's going to be a hit for you." Today, to find a hit song or a song that sounds like it's a hit that you want to go record is really, really, really very tough to do.